He effed around and find out, huh?
He sure did. So Joe's over here getting his lunch, and I'm looking for something on my phone that I want to show to you guys because something happened in town last night.
You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
So let me show you what it is. Man, don't you hate it when you turn the phone and you don't want to turn? I hope you guys are seeing this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull it off. I'm gonna pull it off the phone and put it in the video. So what had happened was, I got an alert from the Ring doorbell app saying that Fontana, because I live in the city of Fontana, well, we live in the city of Fontana. Fontana PD was doing a high-speed chase with a suspect who carjacked somebody's truck. And it was a nice looking truck too, guys. My heart broke for the owner of the truck. So I jumped to channel 9, which is owned by what, channel 2?
I think so.
I think CBS owns channel 9 for us over here. And they usually have the car chases on 9. So I jumped there, and I guess they were 2.5 hours into the car chase, Joe. I caught it right at the end. And they were talking about doing a spike strip and all this stuff. We didn't see when they did the spike strip, and we don't even know if they did one. But the guy got a flat tire. What are the odds, right? Him being chased by the police and he gets a whole flat tire. That's kind of abnormal, right?
I think they threw the spike.
They probably did this strip underneath a bridge or something, underneath the freeway. So he stopped. He jumped out of the car with his old fat self. And then they told him to walk back. Do it, Joe.
Go back and back.
Uh-huh.
Back and back.
Uh-huh.
And then suddenly just turn around like that. And
He turned around and yelled something at the cops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when he turned around, the dog.
Who let the dogs out? Ruff, ruff, ruff.
The dog get him.
I was screaming because ever since he stopped and I saw the K9 ready to go, because Fontana, they use a lot of K9 as their partners, right? I saw the K9 ready to go. I'm like, they should let the dog loose. They should. I'm so bad. Just let the dog loose. I mean, they had to endure 2.5 hours. One spell, it looked like Fontana was going to have to back off, because I think when there's a high-speed chase like in town, the police department of that town handles it. But once they get on the freeway, then Chip has to get involved, right? California Highway Patrol. Will you stop making that thing fart in my thing? So, but they kept saying, no, you're going to be all right, Fontana. You're going to get this collar, right? Because I think, do they get money for getting these collars? Do they get a bonus when they do a collar? I don't know. If you're a cop, tell me. So anyways, the helicopter. Joe, how much helicopter we have in Fontana, do you think?
I only saw one.
Joe says he thinks we have one chopper, right? So the Fontana chopper ran out of fuel and had to land on the LA landing pad and fuel back up. And they're like, oh man, we're going to miss it. But they got it. They got the guy down on the ground. And he's been like what Joshua was little, and a friend next door got arrested when we used to live at the condo. And Joshua was like 3 years old, like 3, 4 years old. And he goes, mommy, 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 come quickly. Troy is under for arrest. He's under for arrest. And so I had to run out there and ask him, who do I need to call? It was his ex-wife doing stupid things, you know, like keeping the kids from him. And that was the deal for that guy, For this guy with the truck, he stole the whole truck. And he took off with that truck, and thank God he didn't crash it up and stuff. But for the people who own that truck, it's so sad, because Christmas is coming and they probably won't have their truck in time for Christmas, because now that's something that has to go into evidence for when they check out stuff and before they turn it back over to them, you know?
You got insurance them.
But you don't know that people have insurance. If people have insurance, sometimes when their vehicle old, they only have liability. I never assume that people have full coverage and that they're covered. And then what about gap? You know, that difference between what you owe on the car and the value of it, or some crap like that, you know. So yeah, that's what happened. We have a lot of police high chase over here in California. I think we're the high speed chase capital of the world or whatever. And I love watching them. So anyways, they caught the guy. I'm glad I didn't have to invest 2.5 hours into that chase though. And I'm glad that I caught it right at the end. Thank you, Ring doorbell app. You're always keeping me up to date as to what's going on. Then there was the chopper above again last night. And Jada says it was right over there. They were dealing with like some homeless people. So the chopper is always up. Because right after that, like an hour later, we heard the chopper and go, oh, I guess you're back in business. It's like our police department, we didn't know this. And I don't think it has anything to do with the pandemic. But we didn't know that they're not open on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you can't walk into the police department and lodge a complaint. You're gonna have to call them, and if it's not an emergency, don't call 911. Call the regular, you know, your area code plus whatever that number is for the police department, and they'll answer and they will assess if it's an emergency or not, because maybe you called in that number and it is an emergency. And whatever it is that you're complaining about, a cop will come to your door. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they'll send once you need to make a report, a cop will come to your door, they'll take that report, give you that incident number, that report number, and they'll bounce. And that's how they do it. All right, guys, so let's make some lunch. So I have onion and cilantro chopped up already. I picked the cilantro from the stems, washed it, and then chopped it up. I'm gonna chop up some jalapenos. I was watching one of my favorite content creators, Jael of the Village, and she made fried spaghetti. So she did it more or less the way you would do spaghetti. You boil it first, but the way she cooked it and didn't put any spaghetti sauce per se on it, it was just onion and tomatoes. That's gonna saute it in oil. I might try that for Joe. Maybe not for today, because Joe's gonna make a fish stew for himself when he gets back from the gym. But maybe in the near future, I'll try it for him. And I might change my mind right now in between what I'm doing, and I might end up doing it for him. I don't know. I'm just chopping one jalapeno. I really wish I could buy those expensive pots that those people came and showed me one time on my show, but they're super pricey and they're right out of my price range. Okay, so let me get this turkey. Oh, some of it, it still has some ice in the middle. So how is your Friday going, guys? This is Friday, December the 8th. And it's Vlogmas day 8. After it cooks, it's fine. I took out the middle part that had the ice. It's in there still, but on one section of the pot. I'm bringing a pot of water to boil. I don't know what all, let's see what all you guys can see. That better? Bringing a pot of water to boil. The turkey's over here. And what I'm gonna do is put all this in at once, because the onion releases a lot of water to get it going. So we don't have to cook with too much water and get rid of all our nutrients. Isn't that what they said about those pots? We cook with too much water and we wash out the nutrients out of the food, right? So now to this, oh, there's a fly. Oh no. Cover up everything. Mickeys, cover up everything. So 1 teaspoon of salt. That's what we're gonna start with. If we need more to the end, we'll taste it and know. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I like to put garlic on certain meats, even though I don't like garlic. So 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. What else? Cayenne. Just a little bit though, because I have those jalapenos in there. The cayenne is for the heat, the jalapeno is for the flavor. I think that's it. Not gonna put onion powder because I have onion in there. Put back Joe's cilantro. And we're just gonna allow this to come up to temperature over here. By the way, I did do the batch of black cake yesterday. So you know how the springform pans come in small, medium, large? I think that middle one is like 8 inch by 3. So it's a nice size cake. So I got that, and I got 2 6x2s. All the cakes have fruit in it because the way I do my fruit cakes, white or black fruit cakes, I separate the egg whites from the egg yolks, beat the egg whites to stiff peaks, flour the fruits, then add the fruits into the egg whites and fold it into the batter, you know, after I've already beaten up the batter. The reason that I do that is because that ensures that the fruits will float over the entire cake from top to bottom instead of just sinking to the bottom. So I can't do a batch of cake and say, okay, put, you know, like batter in this one, batter in this pan, and then the third one I can add fruits to it. I can't do that. It has to be from the beginning. So if I'm gonna do a batch with no fruits, then I'm gonna get like 3 cakes with no fruits, and then do another batch with fruits, I'm gonna get 3 cakes. But you guys get it, right? I hope I haven't confused you. So this water is boiling, And I like thin spaghetti. I don't like the thick spaghetti. I don't know who this belongs to. It's not open, but I'm opening it. Throw that in there. And I'm gonna time it 8 minutes. I'm not really good at pasta, and I have a whole pasta maker that I might try to make pasta one of these days for you guys. So I would rather this be with ground beef, but I don't have any ground beef, so you know how we do it here at the Bare Pantry Show. We cook with what we have, right? So I'm gonna grab my meat cutter thingy. This thing that I got from my friend Shanika. And just get in here. Just gonna work everything around. This piece has the ice still, so this is still hard. But it'll get there. Little pieces are fragmenting off of it, right? So this is coming along nicely, and I do have spaghetti sauce and I have marinara sauce, but I found out that I don't like marinara sauce. So it was a pretty cool night last night, but guess what? We have not turned on our heater yet. We have the whole house heater thingy, right? The central heat. We didn't turn it on yet because the kids said, let's give the gas company a moment to show us what their winter rates are. So they went into winter rates, I think right at the end of September. I don't know. But my bill, my latest bill is from October 31st to December 1st. So that's 32 days. Why are they doing it like that? Why not go from October 1st to the 31st, right? So 32 days of winter rates, and my bill jumped from $52 to $78. We didn't do anything different. We didn't use anything more. That's just because they changed the rates. Can you imagine if I had turned on the heater? It would have been $130. So the kids are like, we're gonna tough it out. They said, we're gonna tough it out. We're gonna stay here in the cold. We have wood. Remember when we went to go pick up all that wood? Not only do we have wood, but we have warm clothes that we can sleep in. I have an electric blanket. Tell me what you think. Yes, that's what my phone plays when it rings. Hello, my darling. A spray bottle to put liquor on the cake and coconut milk. Then I told you to look for an empty cookie tin. I don't think they'll have it, but just in case. Then I remembered, oh, it's for the spaghetti. Let me run some water over it. They say run water over it, make it stop cook, right? Cold water. Joe just got back from the gym. He gone all morning. How many hours you gone?
About 2.
2 whole hours he's gone, and he didn't record any footage.
I got to go.
I don't mind that you go for 2 hours, but you didn't record no footage.
You can record. I don't know if you can record in there.
You have a GoPro. Take it off the stand. Take it just like that in the palm of your hand, and then catch you doing the little leg thing. The little...
That's true, babe.
Go ahead. What are you going to tell them on me now? Tell on me.
I'm telling the people I stay 2 hours at the gym because earlier they was trying to get me out of the house. Why don't you go to the gym? Why don't you go to the gym?
I did not say that.
You make too much noise and I can't take it.
Say that. Stop lying.
Okay. So I went to the gym. I stayed there 2 hours, take my time, work out, relax, look around, work out, relax, look around.
I think I'm like your dad, like what your dad said. When your dad came to America, right? And he was wearing some raggedy shoes. And then you guys say, why are you traveling in that raggedy shoes? And he goes, if I wear the raggedy shoes, they say, look at him. He's so poor and he's got kids who live in America and none of them want to send him nothing nice. He must be an awful dad or they might be awful kids. And he says, and if I wear something fancy, they go, look at him, what a show off he is just because his kids live in America and send him that stuff. He goes, you can't win for losing, so you're like that. When you're here, I'm like, go to the gym. You're too noisy. And then when you go for a long time, you took too long. Why did you go so long? No, guys, I didn't chase him today. He said he wanted to go early. I would rather him go in the afternoon when Joshua's recording because he don't know how to stay quiet.
I go work on Fridays coming up over the freeways, pain in the butt.
I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat this first and then eat my salad afterwards because I can't stand when this get cold. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. But I left you some ground turkey so you can put it over rice or something. You know what? I was going to put the sauce on everything, you know, because I said you to cook fish. right? I said, you to cook fish. So I was going to put my sauce over everything. And then I said, let me not do that to him.
Now, I got to go clean that and all that kind of crap.
Well, the cakes are ready for you to put some wine on.
Another one.
There's another fly?
There's another one.
Where?
You just circle it a little. See, come over here. Wait. I got to get my guns.
It's dip on the onion. That onion is done.
Yeah, the onion is done.
That onion is done.
The onion am I supposed to kill? Throw it up.
A big piece of onion have to throw away because the fly has to die first. Right, Boo?
Yep.
I'll get it.
Make sure when you catch it, you squeeze it.
I always pinch it shit. There's another one, I think.
Where is that?
I saw something on my shoulder.
Another one.
That's the third one.
Did I keep going back and forth?
Did you get it?
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It was on the side of some infrastructure.
I don't think you got that one.
And you find that.
We hate houseflies so bad. When I lived in Belize as a kid growing up, they would keep the doors open all the time, right? They didn't have no screen door.
No.
And the flies would come in all day, all night. When it was time for mommy to give us dinner, because dinner was at noon, she would say, lock up all the windows, lock up all the doors, and get the fly swatters. And all of us were over there, bam, 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 killing flies because we hungry. We had to kill every one of them flies before we could sit down and eat. Clean off the table, sit down and eat, and then the doors open back up again.
What you do to my rice? It's still here? You give me down my rice?
In a pot?
What the
The rice got a long time.
Look, man, that's my expensive right there.
There should be rice back there. Go look back there.
Rice back there. That's my expensive right there. My husband. Palmatic, what's the name of the rice? Man, you crazy. I mean, the dog, I tell you what, the dog eat better than me.
See your rice, yeah? See your rice, stop complaining.
You see, this not that I know what rice look. This is regular rice. I don't eat regular rice. I eat brown rice. I eat what's the name of rice I eat?
Basmati.
Basmati. She look, take my rice.
I don't know what the heck you said just
She'll take my rice and give it to dog. What the hell is that? Cook. No. The dog come before me, folks.
No, you're not gonna know why the dog get the rice. You left out the rice like 2 nights in a row on the stove in that pot. The rice wasn't no more.
In this house, they will feed the dog before they feed me. See?
Oh my God. Let me tell you what happened to the man rice. So he cooked the rice, he ate out of it, and he left the rice in the pot on the stove 2 nights in a row without putting it away. So I assumed that he wanted me to give it to the dogs. Yes, you did.
No. This was one overnight. I leave my rice, and then what happened? I take the rest of the rice. What happened, folks? I take the rest of the rice, put it in a small.
Come closer.
I take the rest of the rice, put it in a small container, and put it in the fridge. And then it was like 2 days.
No, it wasn't in a container. Honestly, it was in the pot.
Okay, whatever.
In the pot.
In the pot, but I put it in the fridge. Okay, it's in the fridge. It's not going to spoil, and rice don't go bad quickly. So I get up this morning. No, not get up this morning, but
you come back from the gym. It's just now.
Yeah, I come back from the gym about around 2 o'clock.
It's the thing just happened, Joe.
Oh yeah.
You.
What? I'm talking in the present. You want me to talk in the present for the past?
Let me let you in on a little secret.
You see, I don't know to talk in the present for the past.
For Vlogmas, sometimes some things get taped out of sequence, and sometimes something happened a couple hours ago, and I'm trying to pick up where I left off as if it just happened.
I ain't got time to remember all of that.
Okay, baby, just open my coconut water for me, baby.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's how he shows that he loves me. He doesn't buy me jewelry. All the jewelry that I have, most of them are from mommy. You notice that? This necklace is from mommy. You remember this? This piece of jade? The jade is not polished, but I brought it like this from Belize when I came when I was 15, and it was in a cage like this, but the cage wasn't gold. And you knew how much I love that piece of jade because that's the one thing that I brought with me from Belize. Mommy said, don't take nothing. We're not taking nothing from here. And so I snuck that into my pocket, brought that in. It's not polished, it's in its raw state. Joe took it to the jeweler at the indoor swap meet and he made a whole cage for it based on the cage that it came in, real gold. And that's what I've been wearing lately. So I like jewelry, just like the next person, but you're gonna have too much, you know? So Joe shows his love in other way, like with the stuff that he builds for me and going to get coconut water in the coconut. Right, boo?
Right.
So you're gonna chip it for me?
Right, but I still mind about my rice.
Okay, babe, I'll make it up to you. Well, how can I make it up to you, babe?
Buy my rice back.
Your basmati rice?
Yes.
I could buy you some basmati rice.
And don't give
I
it.
think I made $5 today at YouTube. Bye guys,
Bye-bye,
thanks for
people.
watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next Vlogmas.
Bye-bye.
Coconut woman is calling out, and everywhere you can hear her shout. Get your coconut water, 445. Man, it's good for your data, 445. Cocoa got a lot of iron, 445. Make you strong like a lion, 445. This is the Bare Pantry Show.